We've come to Shenandoah National Park on Columbus Day, and we are greeted with, well, it's been raining for days anyway, but out for a little hike, and I guess a little cold and rainy, but the upside of that is there's nobody here, so that's nice. Good morning. We are at Loft Mountain Campground, and between yesterday when we arrived and 2 days prior in Richmond, it's been nothing but rain. This morning we woke up. I think it's quite pleasant. On the other side of the mountain there's the sunrise. It's nice bright orange, which is where Joanne wanted to stay, but I convinced her to be over here on the west side to see the sunset. All right, Loft Mountain, and we've had 3 or 4 days of rain. We've been here just one night, but 3 or 4 days of rain here and at home, and the sun's out, and it's going to be a glorious day for a hike. Here's a little view of the campground. The campsites here are interesting. They're not really built for RVs. They have these giant turns, and so it's really hard to get your RV. It's hard to get in here anyway with these trees being little obstacles, but you know, we are on the west southern edge of the loop, which I've never been over here before, but at night, if it clears up, we're gonna have a little bit of a panoramic view of the night sky. But it's interesting, we're able to get the trailer in after much hemming and hawing with my wife, and yeah, I've never driven in the rain this much, but just all of the leaves and crud, not making me happy. But don't have any water to wash it off, so I'm gonna have to deal with that until I get home. Bill, do you want to say anything? Are you stretched out? You ready to go? What are you looking for? Looks pretty tight.
What's pretty tight?
The backpack. So what do you see, Joanne? Explain to us the phenomena that we have here.
It's called deer.
And how friendly are they?
These guys are like not scared of humans. And they're also trying to, I think, get the last of these like big purple berries, which I haven't looked up to see what they are yet. So if you like deer, you need to come in October, as they're trying to, I think, get on some extra fat before winter. One time we had a campsite next to a wild apple tree, and the deer were just in the thicket, like adjacent to the campground. The dogs were going nuts, but just eating all of these apples off the trees and off the ground.
Like 10, 20 feet from our campsite?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, and of course, the marvelous Mrs. Mabel really wants to go check out the deer. So, needless to say, she's been given a warning beep that I think is preventing her from screeching at the top of her lungs.
And we're actually walking from the campground. It's a pretty easy walk to the Appalachian Trail, and so that's one of the bonuses of not having to. You go out to nature and you don't have to drive someplace.
Jones Run parking is 3.4. So my thought is that we're gonna have to come back one way or the other.
Yeah, your plan's fine. This is the boring stuff. The AT is. We'll come back to the more interesting stuff.
Okay, that's kind of what my thought is.
Okay.
All right, that way.
Jump it, Mabel. Jump.
Jump.
Whee!
There you go. Good girl.
Action. Still don't have the fog is still not cleared, so.
But I will still say that even with all the fog and weather and what have you, it's still a really beautiful day. So, I always say make the best of it, right? Can you have this moved to my house?
You want rocks next to your house?
to be a great front wall to your house.
In front of your house, see people like a gate, like a fence.
No, like a retaining wall. Yeah, we have to keep going to the Jones parking, so it's up that way.
Walking along and our first little view.
Full of wildlife.
So we're descending the Jones River Trail, and the sun is come out. It's beautiful, and we can hear it. Our first water, and we'll see how Mabel's has been we've been walking almost 5 miles, and we'll see how she does with the water. How's that? Oh yeah. Mabel's favorite thing to do: stick your face in the water. We've had a lot of rain, so I thought there'd be more water, but it looks pretty reasonable, pretty normal. What?
So this little section of Jones River is a little rocky. So if you're coming out here, I would recommend against the baby strollers, people. You heard it here.
Probably good advice.
Oh, we've seen some crazy stuff out here.
Baby strollers though?
Yes.
Out here?
Oh yeah. Remember some dude was bitching at his wife, like hucking a baby stroller. Toddler was screaming.
Oh, Mabel, you're all wet.
That's how I do it.
Good job. Happy. Uphill.
For the record, we're about 8 miles in.
7.31.
7.6.
Oh, Mabel slips. Ooh, Mabel.
Don't let the neighbors slip.
The sure-footed four-legged paw dog. She's very concerned.
I bet she was.
That's a problem.
So that's one of our favorite hikes in Shenandoah National Park. It is so convenient to be able to walk from the campground right to the AT, and Jones River Trail and Doyles River Trail are really spectacular. In the fall, the leaves are awesome, and there always seems to be waterfalls. For us, this hike was 10 miles, and it took us about 5 hours.
This is where that Class A was. Hell of a change.
Carl's like, we have a small camper. How are we going to fit all these dogs in there? Yeah.
We had a big camper, and now it's small because it takes
Yeah,
the
well,
dog.
the dog takes up quite a bit.
She's cute.
She's like,
Well, it was great enjoying the evening with y'all.
Take care.
Happy
Happy travels back.
I hope you have a great wedding.
This is a view from our campsite. You start to see the light in the valley. Beautiful. Nice to see you, baby. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.